When she realizes you've lost interest, it's not what you might expect. It's more intense, more revealing, and it can completely change the dynamic between you. Her reaction will tell you everything about her true feelings and the power balance in your relationship. Understanding this moment gives you an edge you didn't know you had. At first, the realization hits her like a shockwave. This isn't just surprise. It's the abrupt understanding that the control she thought she had is gone. She was likely secure in the belief that you were predictable, emotionally invested, and fully engaged. But now that energy has shifted, and with it, her sense of certainty. Certainty is a comfort zone, offering reassurance and stability. When that's stripped away, it forces her to question everything. Did she misread you? What changed? These questions stem from confusion and fear. Fear of losing the connection she thought she controlled. What makes this so powerful is the mystery your silence creates. By not immediately filling in the blanks, you let her sit with her questions. That discomfort prompts her to reevaluate everything about you and her behavior. It's in this uncertainty that the dynamic begins to shift in your favor. Validation is a key factor here. For her, it's like oxygen in a relationship. When she senses your attention slipping away, it creates a void she can't ignore. She'll instinctively try to reclaim that validation, to feel like she still matters in your life. This may show up as casual texts, "Hey, how have you been?" or "I saw something that reminded me of you." These aren't random messages. They're calculated attempts to gauge where she stands with you. If subtle efforts don't work, she might escalate, dropping hints about other men or acting indifferent, trying to provoke a reaction. But this isn't true indifference. It's a test of your emotional stability. The real mistake men make here is giving in too quickly. By staying composed and detached, you force her to work harder for your attention, fundamentally altering how she views you. As her initial shock fades, curiosity takes over. Women are naturally analytical, especially in relationships. When your behavior changes, she'll replay past moments, looking for clues. Did she miss something? Overlook something important? These thoughts loop in her mind, becoming a constant preoccupation. As she reflects, she starts to notice all the things she might have taken for granted: your kindness, consistency, or the unique way you made her feel. In your absence, these qualities become amplified. And here's the beauty: you don't have to do anything. Her mind does the work for you, pulling her deeper into a space of reflection and realization. Her ego also plays a role. When she feels her control slipping, it forces her to confront a version of herself she might not want to see. The validation she once relied on is gone, creating an inner conflict. She might try to mask her insecurity by acting overly confident or attempting to make you jealous. But beneath it all, her ego is wrestling with the loss of control. Staying steady and composed through this phase unsettles her more than any reactive behavior ever could. Over time, her ego steps aside, and genuine reflection begins. Eventually, she starts to feel the void you've left behind. At first, she might try to brush it off, thinking she can adjust. But as time passes, the absence of your energy, attention, and stability weighs on her. The little things she once overlooked, your laughter, your support, come rushing back in waves, each one hitting harder than the last. This introspection forces her to confront her role in what happened, making her question whether she underestimated your value. Silence, often underestimated, is a powerful tool. It's not about ignoring her or playing games. It's about creating space for her to reflect. When you step back, you remove the reassurance she grew accustomed to. Your absence becomes a mirror, amplifying your worth in her mind. It also prompts her to question herself. Why hasn't he reached out? Is he moving on? Did I misjudge him? These thoughts create urgency and deepen her emotional connection to you. As this emotional tension builds, it disrupts her stability. Reminders of you, songs, places, conversations, bring back memories, making her realize just how significant you were in her life. This tension often compels her to take action. It starts subtly, liking your posts, sending casual messages, but eventually grows into deliberate efforts to reconnect. When she reaches out, it's a sign of how deeply she's been thinking about you. How you handle her attempts to reconnect is crucial. Stay confident, composed, and slightly detached. Respond calmly without diving into deep conversations right away. This balance of confidence and detachment shows her that while you're open, you're not desperate. It shifts the dynamic further, making her realize that winning you back won't be simple. Ultimately, emotional control is your greatest asset. If she tests you or tries to provoke a reaction, Staying calm signals strength and maturity. This kind of stability is rare and highly attractive. It sends a clear message. Your happiness and worth aren't tied to her actions. This independence sets you apart and leaves a lasting impression. The most powerful thing you can do, however, is move on gracefully. Prioritize your growth and happiness, investing your energy into things that fulfill you. This sends a clear signal. You value yourself too much to remain in a situation that doesn't align with your standards. Thriving without her creates intrigue and admiration, often leading her to realize what she's lost. But by then, you'll be in a position of strength, deciding if she's truly worth your time. If this resonated with you, feel free to share your thoughts. See you in the next one.